How to Create a Glitch Monologues Season 40 Chapter 2. This is Season 40 of How to Create a Glitch in the Matrix Monologues Episode 2. In this episode, we will be talking about zero-sum choices, binary choices, and the application of dissonant consensualities. To start off, in the last episode, we talked about how outs in our consensual field represent the third choice among binary choices in a zero-sum decision. We talked about how there is always a third choice even among binary choices limited by scarcity, even if that third choice is simply the choice to inhibit one's impulses. This has applications to the principle of parsimony and the decision tree explained in Season 27 Chapter 9. Specifically, we have repeatedly discussed in the past how inhibition of impulses creates a dissonant consensuality where that impulse is expressed. That is to say, that both paths will be incorporated into the resulting timeline, such that parsimony is preserved. That is to say, let's say you have to choose between whether to spend a scarce supply of money on a place to stay, or on food. If it's a binary choice, then the inhibited impulse creates a dissonant consensuality where the other choice was selected. Parsimony tells us that both paths will be incorporated into the singular timeline. Which is to say, that you exist in a dissonant consensuality relative to the other choice, which presents a possible path until both timelines can be integrated. Now, the third choice, that is, taking an out, by inhibiting an impulse, or taking a context-dependent out, creates a situation where both scarcity-limited choices are dissonant consensualities. This means that during the execution of the third choice, both scarcity-defined choices represent possible paths for your consciousness. The parsimonious path becomes the path which incorporates all the subsidiary dissonant consensualities into the primary path, which was the choice you took, the third choice. Thus, the third choice represents some decontextualizing aspect of your experience. It permits the incorporation of two binary options into a singular parsimonious path. Now, how does parsimony solve the problem of incorporating both dissonant consensualities into the parsimonious third path? The answer is, by eliminating the problem which creates the scarcity. Third choices, the zeroth gate, often promotes the generation of an alternative which eliminates the scarcity through the actions of parsimony. To return to our example of waking up at 8 p.m. and believing it is 8 a.m. and you have to drive to work, though you are impaired. Taking the third choice in this case, of calling a friend, or biding time by smoking some cigarettes, will both reveal the reality that it is 8 p.m. not 8 a.m., and the original dilemma which created the choice was a false one. Thus, both choices are incorporated through parsimony into the third choice, which reveals the falseness of the dilemma between them. Effectively, what I am saying is that parsimony doesn't abide by scarcity. And the selection of a third choice has a way of incorporating both choices into a context which is not defined by the binary choice between them. Parsimony turns dilemmas into false choices, by incorporating a series of dissonant consensualities through tangential thought. That's the end of the podcast for today. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe.